Welcome everybody that's coming in. If you haven't downloaded your background and you want somebody to help you with that.
Heather is tech support today.
Yeah. You can go back to the email we sent, scroll down to the bottom. You can grab by hitting the download, and then you have to right click, or what is the Mac equivalent of that, McKenna?
Control click.
Control click, and then save it as a file on your computer, and then you can import it into Teams as your background. It might look like it's backwards when you look at yourself, but we'll see it correctly.
Yeah, if you have screen mirroring on, because it messes with you, it'll mirror your background as well, but it appears right to us. Screen mirroring only works for your personal view.
All right, I guess we'll get started because I'm just so excited to see how many people. Can anyone see what we've got here? It looks like there's at least 50 people in the room, 30. I don't know, seems like a lot. Anyway, welcome everybody. I'm so happy that everybody's come out to celebrate our 45th anniversary of the School of Communication. Today we plan to visit the past, show you our present, and prepare for our future. So past, present, and future of the School of Communication. I had such a blast reading about the favorite memories you all had from the School of Communication. If you don't know me, my name is Dr. Heather Walter. I am the director of the School of Communication currently. So I got a chance through the RSVPs and the save the dates to read some of the memories that everybody shared. So if you sent pictures or videos or just wrote in some comments, I really thank you. You have no idea how amazing it is to read about the way our former students remember the school. We're going to show you a little memory video in just a second, but before that, I wanted to go down the list of some of the favorite professor names that popped up, and it was a whole who's who of everybody that's been through Colby Hall, and even in the buildings before we were in Colby. Dr. Rancer, Dr. Jameson, Dr. Summerick, Dr. Anderson, Dr. Endress, all retired emeritus professors who are still currently just clearly loved by our former students. There were mentions of faculty that are still teaching in this building: Dr. Clark, Dr. Turner, Dr. Sidorenko, Julie Kahigis, McKenna Vitmere. There were also a lot of great memory shares about working for the Book Delight, the WZIP, ZTV, stories about Juan and Chris and Phil Hartman and Tom Beck. I'm sure I'm leaving out many of those mentions, but hopefully you can get to see some more in the video. I just want to highlight before we go to that first video, one of our alumni is not here today because she got married last week, and another one is can't be with us today because they're currently giving birth to their newest little zip. So we're excited for all of the reasons that people have to celebrate. Please, if you're on social media, share with us those great things that happen, or send us an email to keep us posted, because we're always happy to hear what everybody's up to. So Julie, we ready to go for that first memory video?
So the video takes a minute, but your goal is to see if you can find yourself in one of the in one of the images or videos in the clip. It's about a 9-minute clip. So if you want to grab a beverage and hang out, I did get to look at everyone's responses too. They were so wonderful. And if you don't see your response in the video, it's only because I couldn't do a 2-hour documentary, but I do hope to do something with those responses in the future so that they can be featured as well. All right, let me get the video going.
Greetings and congratulations to the University of Akron School of Communication for 45 years of service and education to students. I'm Tisha Mays, and I am a proud WZIP alum and 2005 graduate of the Mass Communication program.
My name is Blazine Marie, and I graduated from the School of Communication in 2013. I currently work in multifamily housing as the property manager of a luxury apartment community, and the greatest memory I have is the fact that my work was acknowledged and celebrated. I had an article that was published in the Book Delight. I made this really awesome Earth Day poster that was chosen to be on display in the school, and I'll never forget waiting for it to be up there, and when I could walk down the hall and see my work and also my classmates' work on display. It was really awesome. So thank you for celebrating me as a student, and now I get to celebrate you on 45 years of continued educational excellence.
I'm an entertainment reporter. She's a producer. Christian just follows along.
Yeah, that's what.
Cameraman. Cameraman.
Hi guys, my name is Charlie Transu, and I was in the 2015 graduating class of Mass Media and Communications at University of Akron. I was part of the After Hours team that won the Emmy in 2015. I'm from California originally, and a lot of the people that I went to ZTV with are now out here in California, and we have such a wonderful crew. We call it our Ohio family. I was able to study under Dr. Hoffman and then under Juan Contreras, who is absolutely wonderful. And I'm so happy and honored to have been part of their classes and of our time there. So have a great anniversary, and I hope to see you all in California one day.
Yeah, give it a right. Ready? Poor donkey.
I don't know if there's a classroom under.
Some of my proudest moments still are from WCIP. Two of the most influential people in my life are Mr. Beck and Dr. Hoffman. WCIP prepared me for the real world. As soon as I graduated, I landed my dream job in morning radio and then worked in production as a program director and worked in syndicated radio. And then I found myself back here in higher education as a lecturer and faculty advisor for our college radio station, WXUT. It's safe to say that I'm like the Mr. Beck of our radio station here.
Almonds? Yeah. Soy mounds?
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
name's Latasha Blackwell. I'm class of 2013. I just wanted to share one of my favorite memories from being in the School of Communication. I know it sounds so strange for this to be one of my favorite memories, but I did a SWOT analysis in Julie Cahigas' class. I did a SWOT analysis for a local nonprofit organization, and through that assignment, I learned so much about nonprofit organizations and all of the work that they do. So after I graduated college, I decided to pursue one of the biggest nonprofit organizations, United Way. So I worked for United Way of Greater Cleveland as their Speakers Bureau Coordinator, fresh out of college. During that interview, I brought up all the hands-on experience I got through Julie's classes and how much her teaching style impacted me. So I hope that everyone's been able to find a position and work that they get a lot of enjoyment out of, and something that aligns with their courses, and it's something that you just enjoy. Happy 45th anniversary to the School of Communication students, and go Zips!
Students be like. Today we're going to talk about.
Hey, University of Akron Communications. My name is Sam Zhang. I am a 2013 graduate. I currently work as the marketing manager at the Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, and I also serve in the Air National Guard as a public affairs specialist. One of my favorite memories from my time at the University of Akron in the communications department is just the field trips that Professor Cahigas would take us on to PR firms. Really just helped open my eyes to the public relations world in real practice. And I think that's something that's very valuable just to education in general, and to my journey just in my career. Congratulations to the department on the anniversary, and good luck to all the students.
Every semester with some of Mr. Beck's most famous words. You have a unique opportunity in front of you. Are you going to take it, or are you going to leave it? Congratulations and thank you.
Oh my gosh, that was so fun, Julie. Thank you for all your hard work. Sounds great. And that'll all be on our website. We have a specific website just for the 45th anniversary where you can find all of these videos. As we move into our present, we have a second video that was produced and filmed by the crew of ZTV. But before we go, I just want to say that we've had a busy and eventful year in the School of Communication. The Book Delight was recently recognized as Ohio Communication Association's Distinguished Student Organization. WZIP continues to be the most listened to college station in the nation, and ZTV continues to get regional Emmy nominations and awards every single year. As you'll see in the next video, several of our faculty members were also awarded for their teaching this year. Currently, we have faculty that have numerous books being published as we speak. Dr. Maluch and I had a new book published, as did Dr. Treese and Dr. Spiker in the last year. Dr. Young Lin and Dr. Rancer and myself are completing another new book as well. We welcomed new colleagues in the last couple of years, including Dr. Scott Lee, who joined us this fall to help us build our health communication focus. And I can't leave off that last year, the Buchtel College of Arts and Sciences hired a new dean, who is also a faculty member and full professor in our school. Dean Mitchell McKinney is a professor of political communication who spent his career prior to moving into administration, researching presidential debates. He's a highly regarded scholar with an interest in equity and social justice, and he's just been a great leader for this college over the last year, an advocate for our school, and I'm super excited that he's here with us today, so I'm going to let him say a few words while we prepare for the next video. Dean McKinney.
Thanks, Heather. And so, as Heather noted, I showed up about a year and a half ago, and before I accepted the deanship and got to the University of Akron, of course, I've told several, I knew about the University of Akron through the School of Communication, through its outstanding faculty, some of whom I worked with when they were grad students, and I've continued to work with. So that was actually many years ago. My introduction to the University of Akron was through the School of Communication. And so I'm very, very, very happy to be here this morning. When Heather said we're going to be celebrating our 45th anniversary, we're going to have this amazing event. And it is, I see, 50 plus folks here, alums, and I said, I'd like to be there to say hello. So happy anniversary to everyone, former students, faculty, former faculty. And as Heather said, there are a lot of great things happening in the School of Communication. I'm particularly pleased as dean, wherever I go, where I talk to alums, I talk to friends of the college, across the campus. One of the things that I emphasize is the experiential learning. That's the fancy way of saying our students learn by doing. And we've already heard a lot of that this morning. We saw it in the video. These dozens of alums that are on this call are I'm sure, would provide further testimony to the learning by doing. Now, it is happening across the college. But it's no accident that when I emphasize our students in the Buchtel College preparing for their careers and to put their aspirations into reality, I often go back to the School of Communication to give examples. And whether that's, again, you've already heard it, whether it's the Book Delight or WZIP or ZTV or PRSSA or the internships in HealthComm and OrgComm and StratComm, it is quite amazing. And as Heather said, so many great things happening. One of the fastest growing in the college graduate programs, the MA in Strategic Communication in the School of Communication now. As Heather noted, we just added a new faculty member in the School of Comm to build the health communication. So Dr. Scott Lee coming to us from Penn State University to build the health communication area. So there's a lot to celebrate. Now, as Heather said, the past, present, and future, a lot of what we're talking about happening now, building the futures for these students, is really based on the wonderful work that has happened in the past in the School of Comm. So again, thanks, Heather, for inviting me. Congratulations, everyone. Congratulations on your great success. that that really started with your experience in the School of Comm. And have a great day today.
Wow, thank you so much, Dean McKinney. It's just wonderful to have you join us and have you be a part of our program. For our former students, if you haven't been to campus lately, you should reach out. Let us show you around, come visit. The entire campus has more green space than ever before. Colby Hall has had many updates. We have a beautiful Mac lab with Macs of every color for digital design and multi-platform production. We have a social media learning lab and multiple updated spaces for meetings both in person and virtually. We've adjusted spaces with additional radio equipment to create podcasting bays where students and alumni can record. So those are just a few of the things that are happening here in Colby, but let's take a look at the second video that examines the present School of Communication. Are we ready, Julie? All right.
In 2022, we're living in a period of rapid change, fueled by a global pandemic, unprecedented political division, demographic decline, and constant technological advancements. But while the world is churning around us, the School of Communication at the University of Akron continues to welcome students interested in learning the discipline of communication. It continues to prepare scholars and professionals who will take the world by storm.
So there's lots of great things that have happened in the School of Communication in the last few years. In 2020, we were really fortunate to launch a 100% online master's program that focuses on health risk communication and strategic social media. In addition, we've got a great certificate in professional social media at the undergraduate level that fits really nicely with our master's program in that area. We have a shared certificate with the political science program called the Certificate in Applied Political Communication, and we have one both at the undergraduate and at the graduate level.
The school has welcomed new faculty with exciting research agendas and advanced teaching expertise. Dr. Callis, an assistant professor teaching social media, was named 2022's Distinguished New Teacher by the Ohio Communication Association.
One of the best parts about being a new teacher here is working with our graduate students on their research. I've had the opportunity to work with some of our grad students on their master's thesis projects, and they've explored really interesting current topics about social media, so getting to be part of their experience is really special to me.
The new faculty members join a staff with well-known, experienced professors. One such professor, Dr. Kathleen Clark, was recently named 2022's Distinguished Teacher by the OCA.
What has changed is different faculty members. When I came, I was definitely a junior faculty member, and now I'm a senior faculty member. And I think the students, of course, change every semester, but I do really like Akron students because they're motivated, they want to learn, they may or may not have had great academic preparation before they come to our university, but they're ready to do what it takes and they really want to put their education to work in their lives.
In 2020, the School of Communication welcomed the Bachelor of Organizational Supervision as part of the school's undergraduate program.
The Bachelor of Organizational Supervision degree is a degree designed to help students understand the fundamental skills needed to be leaders in their organizations and cooperate in collaborative teams.
In 2022, WZIP on 88.1 continues a 60-year tradition of providing the soundtrack for Akron, the top college station in the nation when it comes to listeners. WZIP students learn on the job.
So WZIP essentially is my education. Pretty much everything that I've learned in media, I've learned here at WZIP. As someone who wants to go into multimedia, I've learned editing skills, producing skills, learning how to be on air, learning how to interview coaches and players and that kind of thing. So I think it's really helped set me up for a very bright future in the sports media field.
The student television station, ZTV, has won a number of regional Emmy Awards in the past few years and has featured a wonderful diversity of content.
Ideally, my dream job would be working as a film director in the film industry, and I think ZTV has really helped me discover that passion. And I think it's also helped for me to really appreciate the behind the scenes work that goes into filmmaking or even like show making, and it's really helped me meet a lot of people who are very knowledgeable in the industry too, which I think is really helpful and pretty cool.
The Book Delight was named 2022's Distinguished Student Organization by the OCA. The paper has continued to respond to changing media landscapes to remain relevant to students and the community alike.
In 2016, the Book Delight went on hiatus because of declining ad revenues, and then in 2017, when it came back, it was mostly online with special editions, and then over the pandemic, the paper transitioned to a magazine format, and then now we publish online and we print once a semester. We do poetry and artwork, and then our normal stories that we have.
Natalie is also the president of the Public Relations Student Society of America, which has had a busy year of professional development in 2022.
So in 2022 for PRSSA, we have just been trying to get it back up and running just because of the pandemic. Things were kind of in a standstill. So now we're just trying to get people back at our events, get people more involved, and just really trying to get the word out and make a community for PR students and communication students in general.
In 2022, 3 undergraduate majors and 2 master's degrees are available fully online. Not a result of the pandemic, these program changes were carefully planned to give students more flexibility.
So it's an exciting time for the graduate program. We have instituted a new online MA program. It's the Strategic Communication Master's Program. It's 100% online. We've also generated 2 new graduate certificates, one in Health and Crisis Communication and one in Strategic Social Media. So both of those certificates can be earned in a year. We also have a sport communication major that we hope in the future we can grow, as well as a science communication major that we also hope will someday be able to offer and push the program into the future.
The past few years have brought challenges and opportunities, and the School of Communication is working hard to continue to serve our students through it all. Happy 45th anniversary, School of Communication, and we'll see you in the future.
Oh, wow, that was amazing. And thanks to the students in ZTV who put the energy and time into building that to show off what we're doing here in the School of Communication. We're actually going to move into the panels in a minute. If you know where you're going, you can head to those. McKenna's posting the breakout session links right now. We're so thankful to have so many alumni that have volunteered to participate in these panels. So that's who you're going to be hearing in just a few minutes. And then I hope you'll return for the closing ceremony after the panels end. Thank you so much. Okay.